Hey guys, so we are starting off with a base or a primer. I always love the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. It's my favorite because it covers up all the redness. And then we're moving on to some Scotch tape, and I always put this on the edge of my eye to give that crisp, clean line because I love the way that that looks. And then I'm going in with, I believe this is Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek. I'm not positive, but any warm toned brown will work. And I'm putting that on a fluffy brush, and I'm working this all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner, right in the crease, and blending it above the crease. Doesn't matter about the lid right now. This color is being focused in the crease and working your way, blending it towards the brow bone. This will be our transition color for the darker colors that we put on later. Next, I am taking NYX Jumbo Pencil in Black Bean, and this is totally optional, but I like to do this when I'm working with dark smoky eyes, just to have that dark base underneath the color. It helps it to make it a little bit more dark, and it shows up a little bit more true to color, and if it starts to fade throughout the day, it's still going to be dark, and you're not going to have any skin color showing through. But be careful when blending this out, because this gets really messy real quick, so just make sure that you're keeping this below the crease. Now I'm taking this dark grayish looking purple from, I think, a BH Cosmetics palette. I'm not positive, but I will leave all that info down below. And I'm placing that on a flat shader brush and putting this all over the lid. On top of the black base, it kind of comes out more of a navy blue color instead of that like muted purple, but I was totally cool with that. I think it looked good either way. But yeah, try to keep this below the crease as well. So the way that I like to do smoky eyes is I like to put the crease color down first and get that nice and blended in the way that I want it to look, and then I will put the lid color down and get that as opaque as I need it, and then to blend them together I like to take a pencil brush with the lid color on it, so in our case the navy blue, and I just like to work that color into the crease where the two colors meet, and eventually they just start blending together. You want to go back and forth about 100 times. This does take a little while, but blending is key. And I always like to take the lid color up to the crease color instead of the other way around. Then you can take your fluffy brush with a little bit more of that warm brown and go over what you've just done if you feel it's necessary. So moving on to the face, I'm using the Skindinavia Makeup Primer Spray, which is really interesting. It's kind of like the Smashbox Primer Water, and I'm spraying that all over my face and then letting it dry before I put my foundation on. And when I do smoky eyes, I really like to have a flawless base, so I go for a full coverage look when I have those dark eyes, just because I think it looks best. And yeah, so I'm using the Revlon Color Stay and the Makeup Forever HD Foundation and applying that all over and blending out with my baby, the Beauty Blender. Then to conceal and highlight, you guys have seen this a billion times, but I'm just using my MAC Pro Longwear in, I think, NC15 or NC20, I don't know. And I'm just placing this under my eyes, bridge of the nose, chin, probably the Cupid's bow. Let's see if I'm gonna do it. Oh, maybe not today. And I'm just blending, or what am I doing? I'm putting this everywhere where I want it, and then I wanted to try out a new brush, and I forgot which one this is called, but I'll put it down below. And it's really, really tiny, but it's kind of like a Sigma flat top kabuki, but a smaller version, and it's angled, so I can get a lot of precision around the inner corners and at the edges of the eyeshadow, just so if I use a beauty blender, sometimes I can cover up the eyeshadow, and with a brush I can get right underneath it and not mess it up. So at first I use the brush, and then I go in with the beauty blender just to make sure all the edges are nice and blended. Then to prevent that concealer from creasing, I'm going to be setting it with my NYX HD Finishing Powder in the Banana shade. And then to set the rest of my makeup, I'm going to be using my favorite powder, the Australis Fresh and Flawless. For the brows, I like to start off with an angled brush and a powder. This is the Milani Brow Kit, which I've been using for like 3 years. It's absolutely my favorite product for my brows. It's the perfect color for blondes, I feel like, in the light shade. And I just like to go and fill in the sparse areas. And then a new product that I've been obsessed with, the NYX Micro Brow in the color Taupe, another perfect shade for blondes. Then I will use this to kind of just perfect the edges and kind of make my brow more defined. It seems a little backwards. I know a lot of people like to start out with the pencil and then fill in with powder, but I don't know, I just prefer it this way. And yeah, so I will just use the pencil to kind of define it and lengthen my tail a little bit and just fill in the other areas that I think need to be filled. And as you can see, the difference is pretty astounding and scary at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to set those with this NYX Brow Set stuff. It's like a brow mascara in the blonde shade. And this is a great, cheaper alternative for the MAC Brow Set in Emphatically Blonde, if any of you guys are interested in that. And then I want to go and highlight my face. This is a great product. This is the Benefit What's Up. And I like to just take that on my finger and dab it on the highest points of my face. And it just gives a nice glow. I love using this when I have a matte face because obviously it just makes it not so flat looking. Then taking my favorite eyeliner for the waterline and the tightline, the Sigma Eclipse, which I do have a 10% off code in the down bar if you guys want to get this eyeliner. I really recommend it. I've been using it forever, and I'm just putting this in my waterline and kind of in between my bottom lashes. I want the lash line to be very smoky, so I'm taking a pencil brush, and with no additional product on it, I'm just smudging out the liner with the brush. I'm not putting any black eyeshadow, I'm just using the liner to smudge it down. Then I'm taking the lid color, that purple or navy blue or whatever color it is, and I am putting this right on top of that black liner and kind of blending it downwards so it fades, and it looks really nice. It ties in to the top lid and kind of pulls the whole look together. And then I will just take a fluffy brush and kind of blend that out so there's no harsh edges. Then I'm highlighting the brow bone quickly with a matte, kind of off-white cream shade from the same BH Cosmetics palette. And then I'm going to move on to lashes. These are the Amazing Shine number 47 lashes. I got these at IMATS, so I will try to find a link below to where you can get these. And yeah, I'm just applying these and then applying some bottom mascara, and the eyes are done. To finish up the face, I'm just going to bronze and warm up my complexion with my Hoola Bronzer by Benefit and my Sigma Angled Contour Brush, and I absolutely love this bronzer. It is wonderful for fair complexions like myself. So I'm just going to put this on my cheeks. It looks like I'm contouring, and I kind of am, but I'm going to go back and deepen up the contour a little bit because I want a dramatic face, because I have dramatic eyes. Then for the cheeks, I'm taking my ColourPop blush in the shade Birthday Suit, and I'm applying this with a stipple brush on the cheeks. I don't want anything too harsh or crazy, I just want a light wash of color. Now, like I said, I'm going to do some further contouring with my Anastasia Contour Kit in the shade Fawn, and on the same brush, I'm just going to deepen up the hollows of my cheeks. Nowhere else, just the cheeks. Then I'm picking up my Becca highlighter in Moonstone and applying a tiny bit of this in the inner corners of the eyes, just because they're so dark that it's nice to have a little bit of brightness in the inner corners. And then I know I already highlighted my face, but I'm also going to pretty much put this all over everywhere else on my face because I like that glowy look. Then to hydrate my face and add a little bit more of that dewy effect, I'm going to spray this Evian facial spray all over, and it's just so refreshing. I love that stuff. And then I'm gonna move on to the lips. I'm definitely doing a nude lip with this kind of eye look. I think it's the most flattering. It's kind of hard to pull off any other color with this kind of dark navy smoky eye. So I'm starting off by lining them with MAC's Etc. lip pencil. And then I'm going to top that off with this Makeup Forever Aqua Rouge liquid lip color in the shade number 1. And it's just a beautiful beigey nude, and I think it complements the eyes really well. And that is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. I absolutely love it. I think it's perfect for clubbing or a girls' night out or even a fancy date night. But yeah, if you guys recreate this, don't forget to hashtag AllisonLovesJB so I can find it on your Instagram and Twitter. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. I love you. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.